Hello everyone, this is Cody Lee of blackcatbooksorg, author of I, the Dragon, Cruel and Beautiful, Rabbit Hole, King Dio, and the upcoming Lord Frey. I have fallen in and out of love over the past couple of weeks. I popped in Danganronpa, in December, I think, right out of the package on stream. Somebody asked me if I was going to play it. I had it sitting right in front of me, unopened, so I just popped it in on the spot and ended up playing it on stream. And that first game was phenomenal. I loved every second of it. There were some iffy moments. There were things I didn't care for when it came to Danganronpa 1. I wish some of the later cases were better. I thought some of the logic was kind of out there. I thought maybe the gameplay could use a little bit more tweaks. But I was optimistic that it would get better with the sequels. And in a lot of ways, I was absolutely right. The mechanics, the general pacing, I felt like when it came to the pure gameplay elements, Danganronpa 2 was a clear improvement over Danganronpa 1. And as such, I found it very, very difficult for me to find anything really to complain about when it came to the game. Until I played enough of it to kind of see through what they were trying to do with the story. I began to feel that story-wise, overall, Danganronpa 2 is a clear downgrade over the original in a lot of very, very clear, audible ways. And because this is such a story-centric franchise that relies heavily on the element of mystery and character motives and things like that, to really keep you invested, to really keep you interested. That was a major, major boat anchor against this thing. And towards the end, I don't want to say I hated all the characters because that's not really true. I actually haven't finished the game. I actually rage quit it. Towards the end, Case 5, fire grenades. If you watch my stream, you'll know what I'm spurging out about. The fire grenade segment. I ended up rage quitting the game because this was just one straw too many. Right? There were lots of instances in Danganronpa 2 where I was saying to my audience on stream that this doesn't make sense, this doesn't make sense, this doesn't make sense, this wasn't a good twist, this wasn't a good way to handle this, they're tacking things on, it feels convoluted, the pacing isn't good. I felt more and more and more as I went along that the game just did not have the same soul that Danganronpa had. The original had really clearly defined characters who surprise you with either their abilities to help the rest of the cast, or the depths they would sink to ruin the others for petty reasons. It was interesting. It kept you invested all the way till the very end. Danganronpa 1 was really good about that. The sequel, it feels a lot of the time, I would say legit 3 out of the 4 cases, that there is no real motive, there is no real reason for these murders. It feels a lot of times they're just trying to shock you with some surprise last minute twist. And unlike something like Ace Attorney, in which they do a really good job of completely flipping things around and really making things look really, really bad. Well, the original Ace Attorney trilogy that do a really good job of flipping things around and making things look really, really bad for the protagonist. In this one, the plot twists feel like they come out of nowhere and kind of completely ruin any possible intrigue the story might have had. I've noticed a lot in this one. They leave. They make characters act suspicious when they didn't do anything. They're trying to make you feel certain ways about certain characters before completely shifting gears on them, and then manipulate, and then killing them off later on. It's just, I did not feel as if I truly got attached to a large portion of the cast. When it came to the original, I felt for a large portion of it, because of the way it was presented and the way it was paced, because it was original, like, I really felt like I got to understand and know basically everyone in the cast before the killing started. Like, you got to know Sayaka, you got to know, like, everyone involved in case 1, you got to, like, have a pretty clear picture of what happens. And Dangan 2, it's just the same thing over again, but with, like, some weird twists that don't make any sense. Like, I don't want to go into too much detail, and I don't know, like, how much I should spoil, but what it comes down to, the long and short of it, is that I don't think I really enjoyed Danganronpa 2. Like, I'm on case 5, I rage quit, and I really don't think I want to continue playing. And I understand that, like, I was warned beforehand that, like, Danganronpa 2 is considered, like, the weak game in the series, and I totally agree with that, but I'm not sure whether I should just skip 2 and move on to 3 or just kind of drop both, because at this point in time, like, I really don't see how Danganronpa 3, do people call it Dangan? I have no idea. Danganronpa 3, V3, is worth playing, because, like, I was so underwhelmed by what 2 did. Like, there were so many times where, yeah, I got emotional, but it was cheap shock value stuff. Like, when I finished the original Danganronpa, I was like really appreciated what the game did for me. I really appreciated what the developers did, and really, really enjoyed every second of it. And that enthusiasm carried over for a lot of the second game. But I think at this point, I kind of reached my limit. I don't think I'm interested in continuing. I just don't think Danganronpa 2 is really all that great.